So here, okay, LDAP is nothing but it's a lightweight directory access protocol. Okay, lightweight directory access protocol. Okay, so now, I mean, don't mention, I mean, don't think about the lightweight actually. So it's a directory access protocol. Why it has been mentioned as lightweight means, okay, like the, 15 years before or 20 years before, there is a there was a directory access protocol was there. So what happened, right? Okay, it was not that much secured actually. Okay, so nowadays, like I mean, last 10 years before and all, this LDAP, this lightweight directory access protocol comes into the picture, and then this kind lightweight means it's a extra security actually. Okay, it's a extra layer of a security will be there in the LDAP. Okay, so it's a communication protocol we can say. Okay, so you just, I mean, we discussed about that HTTP and HTTPS, right? So two things we discussed. HTTP means without secured, and then HTTPS means it's a secured one, right? Okay, so whenever you try to access any application, right? Okay, over the HTTPS dot, I mean, HTTPS:// www.amazon.com means, okay, so your request will be secured actually. Okay, every time whenever you access not only like Amazon, YouTube, or Gmail, Yahoo Mail, any kind of application you tried in the browser, right? Okay, so you are the client actually. When you are trying to access that application, you are the client. Okay, so the request will go will start from the client, that is your client. And then, you know, anyone heard about the 7 layers of network actually? Application layer, session layer, data layer, and then transport layer. Okay, and then there is an like security layer. These things are there, right? Anyone heard about this 7 OSI layer of network?
Yes, sir.
Like internet protocols suit TCP IP model
No,
or
no,
OSI?
no. We don't need to go that much actually. So just there is a 7 OSI layer was there, right? Okay, let me see.
Yes.
So here, this is the one: application layer, presentation layer, and then transport. Okay, data link, physical. Okay, so like whenever you try to access the application like www.amazon.com means, okay, so you need to travel. Okay, you are the client. Okay, it will start from the physical. It will go to the application layer actually. Application is the one that is the end. Okay, that is your application. Okay, so what happens, right? Whenever when you try to access it, okay, like when you are traveling on HTTP, your request will go through each and every layer actually. Okay, so when you are traveling on HTTP, right, anyone, okay, any kind of a hacker, okay, if they try to hack it means they can able to easily try to hack your request at any one of the 7 layers actually. Okay, so they can able to intercept it, and then they can able to hack it. Okay, so at the same time, when you are traveling on HTTPS, right, okay, it will create a secured tunnel actually. Okay, so the same request, it will go on the same kind of a page only. Okay, the same like same 7 layers only, but instead, okay, without the secured, here it will create a secured tunnel actually when you travel on HTTPS, because of the certificate was there, right? The digital certificate actually. Okay, so it will create a secured tunnel, then your request will be safe actually. So that is what everyone is suggesting. Whenever you are doing the online payment option, wherever you are typing the username and password, right? So you just have to be clear that you need to access the application on HTTPS actually, because when you are doing the online payment option, your credit card, debit card details will go to that, I mean, the same 7 OSI layers only. Okay, if you are traveling on HTTP means, then anyone can able to intercept it and get your bank that credit card or debit card details actually. Similarly, if you are traveling on HTTPS means it will be secured actually. No one cannot be able to intercept it, because without that certificate, right, that certificate will act as a secured layer for your request actually. Okay, so that is why the digital certificates are all used. Okay, so here, okay, here in this LDAP, right, the same concept actually. Okay, so you are the client. Okay, you can able to connect, there is a LDAP server will be there in the backend. Okay, and then you will be the client. Okay, you are the user, you try to access the LDAP server, okay, to create a users. Okay, this LDAP, right, we can able to manage the user. Basically, it's a management of users actually. Okay, we can able to store the users in the LDAP. Okay, like we can go ahead and create a user, delete a user, modify the user, change the password of a user. Okay, and then like add the first name of your, just basically it will go and create a profile. Okay, why means, like for example, let's say like we need to create a profile for a user, right? Okay, because authentication is happening on, right? Okay, like when you are accessing the Facebook application, So you are using the username and password to authenticate, right? So how come that username and password it is authenticating? As I already mentioned, search filter and then the search scope, right? That is what we are going to see it actually. Okay, because we need to store the users, right? Somewhere at some point we need to store the user. That point is known as the LDAP. Normally, like some days before they are using the database, but here because of the security perspective, we are all using the LDAP actually nowadays. 95% here, every organization started using the LDAP. Okay, because of the security. Okay. Now, as I already mentioned, the LDAP is a communication protocol. We can able to communicate to the LDAP server to create a profile for a user. So we can manage it. Like we can create, delete, modify, we can change the password of a user, or if I want to change the mail address of a user, I can able to do it. If I want to, like for example, update the first name of a user, I can able to do it actually. Okay, mail address will be acting as a unique ID actually, and then there is a UID will be there. That is a, a user ID. Okay, UID is nothing but it's a user ID, okay, or unique ID. Okay, so it will be acting as a uniqueness, so we cannot, there won't be any kind of a duplicate actually. Okay, and then your full name, okay, that is Vinay space Karthik is there, right? So that is your full name will be there actually. And then what's like Anuya Reddy is there, right? So that is will act as a full name actually. Okay, so now here how come we can go ahead and create a users there actually. Okay, so we can able to connect to the LDAP server. So that is a communication protocol, as I already mentioned, right? So how we can able to communicate it and then create a users actually. Okay, how we can able to communicate to the LDAP and then create a user or delete a user or modify the users actually. That is what we are going to see. Okay, so similarly, how you can able to access the application on HTTP and HTTPS, right? So here there is two things are there. That is LDAP and LDAP yes actually. Okay, LDAP and LDAP. Yes. Okay. So do you remember what port we will be? Okay. So here in HTTP, yes, right. So it is a 443 port actually. Okay. 443 port. Okay. So here HTTP is 8080 port or it's only 80. Okay. Okay. It's only 80 or 8080 port. Okay. So here in LDAP, right, it will have the unsecured port is 389. That is a LDAP without security. Okay, like HTTP we are having it, right? That is without security. Okay, so LDAP yes means that is with security. That is known as the 636 port. Okay, so this port number you need to, I mean, you need to be on, I mean, we need to be careful, guys. Okay, this port number we cannot use any other port number for the LDAP. Similarly, how the HTTP is having the default port number, right? 443 and 8080. Similarly, this LDAP also having the default port number. We cannot be able to change the port number, or we can add the prefix and suffix. Okay, so like 1389 should be there. Okay, we can add the prefix actually. Okay, 2389 or 3389. Okay, 4389. It will so go on actually. Okay, similarly, like in 636, if 636 is not available or consumed by any other application, means we can make use of the like 1636, okay, or 2636, okay, or 3636, okay, or 4636, like that it will go on actually. Okay, so it's like, I mean, we can use anything, but it should be having the 636 in the, I mean, in that particular port number. Okay, I mean, like in the combination of numbers, 636 should be there for the LDAP, yes. 389 should be there for the LDAP actually without security. Okay, understood, guys? So any doubts till now? Any doubts on the port numbers, on what is an LDAP? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Everything is good? Okay, shall we go on how the LDAP works actually? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so the next one is working of the LDAP. Okay, so now you can tell me, I mean, you need to ask me one question actually. Okay, so I mean, as I already mentioned from the starting itself, we are creating the user, we are deleting the user, we are, I mean, we are managing the users basically. How we can able to manage it? First of all, I mean, we can connect to the LDAP, that's fine. We are connecting to the LDAP by using the LDAP or LDAP yes actually. Okay, so, okay. So how, I mean, we are connecting to the LDAP, but like how it is accepting it. Okay, so how it is creating, how it is accepting us to create a how it is accepting us to create like users actually. Okay, that is what. Okay, one administrator username and password will be there actually. Okay, one admin account and sorry, will be there. Okay, one admin account and password will be there for an LDAP. So if I am using the LDAP, okay, I can, okay, when I connect to the LDAP by using this 389 port means, okay, it will ask, the LDAP will ask me, okay, where is your admin account and password? Okay, if I provide my admin account and password, it will accept me, and then I can go ahead and create a users and modify the existing users. Okay, but it is not safe, right? Okay, here also the LDAP will have a same 7-layer concept will be there actually. Okay, I will be traveling on the same 7 layers. Okay, if anyone, okay, get into the request means they can also try to get my this administrator username and password actually if I travel on 389. Okay, the same concept. Okay, if I travel on 389, the request will be in like it is not a safest one, it is not a secure one, so anyone can able to intercept it and try to get my admin account and password actually. Okay, at the same time, if I travel on LDAP, yes, right, I will be traveling on secured one actually. Okay, that means even though I'm having an administrator username and password, if I don't have the certificate, okay, LDAP, if I travel on LDAP, yes, right, LDAP will ask for two things. One is username and password. Okay, I will be giving the username and password. Then it will ask for where is the certificate. If I don't have the certificate, then LDAP will reject my request actually. So I cannot be able to log in into the LDAP actually. Okay, so LDAP means I can able to travel. I mean, if I travel on unsecured one means only username and password is required. That's all. But if I travel on LDAP, yes, username and password plus certificate should be there. Okay. Okay, now you understand my point, right, guys? Even in HTTP, certificate is not required, but HTTPS certificate is required, right? Similarly, the same concept. LDAP does not require the certificate, but admin account and password will be there. Okay, LDAP, yes, admin account and password is also should be there, and certificate also mandatory actually. Okay, so yeah. Okay, now so now you need to ask one more question actually. Okay, so like, okay, now we can able to create a user, but what is the structure of the user we will be creating it? Okay, we cannot go ahead and, okay, for example, let's say you are having one organization, let's say like you are going to start one kind of a organization like a IT organization like that. So you are going to use one kind of like system to store the user. So can you able to store the user as it is? We need to follow some structure, right? We need to follow some kind of architecture, or we need to follow some kind of a structure. So here in, because I mean, after creating the user, we need to do the search, right? Okay, basically authentication is the searching of the username and password in the, like, I mean, LDAP, right? So as I already mentioned, search scope and then the search filter, right? So we cannot create a users as it is without any structures actually. We need to create a profile for a user in a structured format actually. Okay, LDAP is going, I mean, database, what is the structure the database is following? Any idea?
Tables.
Tables and columns actually, right? Rows, tables and columns
And
is there.
columns.
Yeah, exactly. So here in LDAP, any idea what is the structure will be there? No? Okay, so here LDAP is going to follow the tree based structure. What is a tree structure actually? Any idea what is a tree structure? How the tree structure will be there? Anyone? So LDAP is going to follow the tree based structure. Any idea what is a tree structure?
Like
So how the
parent
normal tree
is
will
the
be there?
username.
Sorry?
Hierarchical structure.
Sorry, someone said hierarchy. Who said?
I said hierarchy.
Okay, so yeah, so it's a tree structure actually. That means it's a hierarchical. Okay, hierarchy, I mean, we can also call it as hierarchical, but what is a tree structure basically? Any idea how the real tree will be there?
Parent and child relationship.
Exactly. So one parent instance will be there. Under that parent, there are like there are like childrens will be. That means if you take a tree means one root will be there, right? If you take a tree means one root will be there, and then branches will be there, right? From that root, there are like lot of branches will be there. from that branches, there are like sub branches also will be there, right? The same concept here also, the LDAP is going to use it. One root will be there. That root is known as the scope. We can, I mean, that root we can use it as a search scope also actually. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, let's do it in the paint actually. So I mean, you can able to understand more clearly. Okay, so let's take a root actually. Okay, so and then these are all like a branches, and then these are all we can have a sub branches. Maybe we can create a users like this. So anyone knows this concept, guys? This structure? Okay. So now here, this is a root actually. Okay. So now if you are working in a TCS organization, means what is your email address will be there? Any idea? Let's say like, let's say like Naveen is going to work in TCS. Then Naveen, what is your, okay. Now what is your, TCS email address will be there. Any idea? Or, I mean, anyone else also, I mean, others also can, you can mention. Tell me. Okay, so let's say if you are working, okay, so I'm having one organization called ABC Technologies. Okay, so what is your email address will be there if you join my organization like that? Anyone? No? No, nothing? Okay, so let's say like I'm having my organization as a, okay, so if you're working in TCS, right, your mail address will be like this. Okay, so here tcs.com, let's say like this actually. Okay, and then so like your every like people who are working in TCS application, sorry, TCS organization, having the mail address as @ tcs.com. If the people working in Wipro means wipro.com, Infosys means infosys.com, CTS means cts.com or cognizant.com actually. Okay, and then like for example, let's say like I mean, if the people working in Pfizer means pfizer.com. If the people working in like I mean automobile, that is like what is that, Hyundai means @ hyundai.com will be there actually. Okay, so I'm just giving an example, guys. Okay, so similarly, okay, so this tcs.com is the root actually. Okay, so here tcs.com is the root. Let's take an example as a TCS means, so the root will be dc equal to tcs comma dc equal to com. Okay, so that means dc is nothing but domain controller or data center, where the all the users will get stored actually, where all the users will get stored under this particular data center only. Okay, data center means it's like a server where the LDAP has been installed. Okay, data center is nothing but where the LDAP server has been installed actually. Okay, it will be installed in one kind of a machine, right? So that machine is known as the data center. Okay, so here tcs.com is the data center name of the data center. Okay, so because data center is not like a one server actually. Okay, maybe like 10 server will be there, or 12 10 to 12 servers will be there, but there is a common name they will be using it, right, for all the 12 servers. That is known as the tcs.com actually. Okay, because their domain is going to end with tcs.com. Okay, so here if you are working in like let's say Wipro means wipro.com, Infosys means infosys.com, like that. Okay, so if it is a Wipro means dc equal to Wipro comma dc equal to com. If it is Infosys, dc equal to Infosys comma dc equal to com. That is the basically the URLs actually. Okay, I mean that is the basically the root of the LDAP. Okay, so here this is the root. Under that there is a OU will be there. That is known as the organization unit. OU is nothing but organization unit. Okay, so organization unit means like for example under TCS. Okay, so under TCS there are like lot of projects TCS is holding on, right? I mean under Infosys there are like lot of clients are there actually. Okay, so the clients may be like I mean maybe like they will be part of healthcare actually. Healthcare means hospitals. If I'm working in some kind of hospital project means, then I will be under the O is equal to healthcare actually. Similarly, if I'm working in banking services means, let's say like I'm working in Citibank client means, then I will be under the banking. O is equal to banking. If I am under the like whether if I'm under any kind of a financial services means, then I will be under the O is equal to financial services. Then we will create a users under this one. UID is equal to user1, UID is equal to user2, UID is equal to user3, UID is equal to user4. Okay, UID is equal to okay, like this will be there. Okay, so this is how the this is how the structure of the LDAP will be there. Okay, so this will be changing for every organization. Okay, this root will be there. Root every time it's a DC only, guys. Okay, root every time is the DC. Okay, so it may end in .in or .com actually, or .us also will be there. Okay, if you are working in US means, so it will either it will complete in .com or .us. If you are working in if the organization is based out of India means it's .in will be there. If the organization based out of Australia means .au will be there. But a common, nowadays we are all using the common kind of network going on, so everywhere it's they are using the .com only actually. Okay, yeah. And then this one will be like this OU, right? It will differ based on the each organization. So it may, these things will may change actually, but OU is definitely should be there actually. Under that, the users will get created actually. Okay, understood, guys? Any doubts on the LDAP, the directory structure? So how the authentication will be there? Okay, so now we can able to mention it easily. Okay, so here the search scope will be, so for the authentication, two things we will be providing it. One is search scope. So search scope, we can provide the root actually, DC equal to TCS command, DC equal to com. So we can provide the search scope, I mean root as a like search scope actually. So it will start the search. Okay, search scope is nothing but where we are specifying where it is going to start the search for the authentication. Then the search filter. So search filter will be UID is equal to $username. Okay, so this username is the field name where you are seeing it in the login screen actually. Okay, so this is the dynamic value. If I type UID is equal to Karthik means, okay, then in this diagram, okay, it will start the search from this DC. That means in the, it will start from the root. Okay, so here there are three subtopics are there, right? But the search one, okay, it does not know where UID is equal to Karthik is there actually. So it is going to search it. Okay, so here all the LDAPs will follow the concept of searching, that is known as the binary search tree concept. Binary search tree concept. So binary search tree concept means, okay, even pingfederate also is the same thing. Okay, so binary search tree means it is I mean, if it is, we have specified the search scope, right? It will start from the leftmost side actually. Okay, leftmost side. Okay, so here you could see, okay, what the search scope I have mentioned here, DC equal to TCS command, DC equal to com, right? That means it will start the search from this one. This is the root. Okay, it will start the search from here, and then it will go to the leftmost side. Okay, OU is equal to healthcare. Okay, so here under OU is equal to healthcare, there are two users are there actually. So here it will start, it will go to the leftmost side of OU is equal to healthcare. What is it? UID is equal to user1. So here, what is the user I'm going to search it here? UID is equal to Karthik, right? So here it is getting failed. So it will get failed. So it will go to the right hand side of this one. So this is also getting failed. So what is the next? I mean, what is the right hand side of O is equal to healthcare? This one, right? There are two right hand side are there. Okay, but what is near to this particular left hand side? O is equal to banking is there. So it will go to this one, and then here there are two, one left hand side, one right hand side is there. So it will go here. User 3, it will get failed. User 4 also will get failed. Then it will go to the right hand side, that is O is equal to financial. Here it will go to the left hand side, it won't go to the right hand side, it will go to the left hand side. Then it is also getting failed. Then it will go to the right hand side, and then it is getting search. Okay, this is correct only. It found out the user, and then it will search the password of mine. Okay, and then it will validate my password. Then it will give the success response back to the application. So if it cannot be able to find my user, then it will throw an error as, okay, username cannot be able to found actually. If my password is wrong means, then we will be receiving an error as username and password cannot be able to recognize. That kind of error will come. So this search concept is known as the binary search tree. Okay, binary search tree will start from the left hand side, and then it will go to the right hand side actually. So search scope where the search it is going to begin actually. Okay, where the search it is going to begin. Then such a filter means what filter we are going to use it. That is the UID. Right hand side you can ignore it. That is a dynamic value. Only the left hand side. Okay, we need to concentrate. Okay, so here we can give multiple things. Okay, we can also give the mail. We can also give the UID. We can also give the employee number also actually. Okay, I mean employee number and UID, both of them is the same actually. Okay, we can also give the mobile number also. Okay, that is our like organization specifications actually. Okay, yeah. So any doubts till now, guys? Any doubts? All clear? All good?
I have
Yes,
one
sir.
doubt related to the search filter.
Yes, go ahead.
So for example, like we have one of the node as the user ID, right? In the diagram we have.
Everything is UID only everywhere.
Yeah, I mean like under OU, I mean like organization unit, we have an UID. So under UID, do we have the profile of the user?
No, here this is the profile actually. Basically, I'm just giving an example here as a user. So here UID is one of the, I mean, one of the value for one profile actually. Okay. So the profile, okay, how we can able to identify the profile, that is known as the distinguished name actually. Okay. Distinguished name or DN. Okay. So every time we can able to differentiate each and every user. I mean, UID will be their mail address. These are all uniqueness actually. Okay, unique ID only. But if I want to, but UID we can able to modify it. Okay, mail address we can able to modify for a user. Okay, so the attribute which is not modifiable, that is the value which is not modifiable in LDAP, that is known as the distinguished name of a each profile actually. Okay, everywhere distinguished name will be there. Even the admin account, right? For an admin account also DN will be there actually, distinguished name. Okay, for every, even though if you are having like 1 lakh users also, for 1 lakh distinguished name will be there. So if I want to change my email address means I need to use my distinguished name. Okay, I mean not me actually, the LDAP people I'm saying. Okay, so let's say like I'm raising a request to change my mail address from one mail to another mail means, okay, what LDAP team will do, they will be modifying my mail address, but they will be like modifying based on the distinguished name actually. Okay, my distinguished name. Okay, there is a structure is there for the distinguished name. So DN is, that is UID plus path of a user. Okay, so here let's say like for UID is equal to Karthik, what is the UID here? So UID is equal to Karthik is there. Okay, that is my UID. What is the path of my user ID? Can you tell me what is the path of my user ID here? So here,
financial and then user ID.
no, here it will go from, I mean, my UID, the path is O is equal to, you need to go backwards actually. Okay,
Backwards.
so here, yeah, so comma, O is equal to financial, comma, DC equal to TCS, comma, DC equal to comma. Okay, so basically this is a structure of my user ID. That means my user profile. So if I want to change my mail address means I can able to, I mean, use this distinguished name to change my mail address. Okay, I can able to use this distinguished name to change my UID. Okay, I mean UID. Okay, I need to change it. Then if I want to change the first name or last name or other details, I can able to use the DN. I cannot be able to use. I cannot be able to change my first name by using the mail is equal to Vinay Karthik at the rate of mail. TCS.com. I cannot do it actually. Okay, because mail address is modifiable. Which attribute is not modifiable in LDAP? That is, we can able to use it to identify it. That is here distinguished name actually. Okay, this distinguished name we are not going to use it anywhere at any point actually. Only the LDAP people will use it actually. Okay. Authentication will happen based on the UID or mail address of a user and then the password of a user actually. Okay, understood the concept? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
so can we say that it is similar to a primary key in normal structured language?
yeah, it's a primary. Yeah, basically distinguished name is the primary one actually.
Okay,
so every user in LDAP, right, we cannot create a user without the DN. So DN is mandatory. I mean obviously UID mail also required, but we can create a user without the first name or last name, but we cannot create a user without the DN. I mean obviously you don't need to specify it. Okay, automatically it will get generated.
okay.
Yeah, we will see it when we do the when we create a user in LDAP, right, at the time, automatically the DN will be there actually. You will be providing the first name and last name and like mail address and then password UID, but automatically the DN will get created actually. That is a concept of that LDAP thing. Okay, understood?
Yes.
Okay, now the next most important thing is that the rules of the LDAP. Okay, object class. We can say it's a object class or schema. Okay, we can say it's a rules. Okay, so the person who created the LDAP, right? Okay, so they set, okay, the people who created the LDAP, they set some kind of rules for the LDAP actually. Okay, we need to follow. For example, certain object classes. Okay, for example, one of the object class is there is person. If you, I mean, if you want to create a user, right, we need to add some object class for every user profile actually. Okay, so person means mail address will act as a mandatory. Okay, and then top object class is there. Okay, and then organization person is there. init org person is there. So init org person will act as a UID as a mandatory one. So these are the rules which is already set up in the LDAP itself actually. We cannot change this kind of stuffs actually. Okay, I mean I'm just telling you to know the informations actually. So these are all already there. Okay, when you create a profile, right, automatically these four kind of object class automatically will be provided to the each user profile actually. Okay, how? Because that is the rules of the LDAP. That is a schema. Okay, we cannot edit the schema. If you can able to edit the schema, right, there will be a lot of problems will come for the LDAP. For example, let's say like 1 lakh users are already part of the LDAP. So at that time, if you delete, I mean, we cannot delete the object classes. If you change some rules in the object class, right, since you have the administrator account in the LDAP, so if you change something by mistakenly, if you change something at the schema level, then all the users will get corrupted actually. So basically it will be a like organization outage. Okay, business outage. Okay, so this LDAP we need to be careful actually. Okay, whatever the rules are there by default, we need to follow those kind of rules. Okay, if these four object classes is there means we automatically you don't need to specify this object class while creating. Automatically those these object classes will become for the users when you create a profile actually. Okay, so this is the schema. Then the next one is attributes actually. Okay, so we cannot say, okay, here we cannot say the I'm saying the first name, last name, and then mail address, I'm saying it, right? Okay, so here in LDAP we will be calling those details as attributes actually. We will be calling those details as attributes. So for example, let's say these attributes also is a predefined. Okay, these are all predefined. Why predefined and how predefined means? Okay, okay, so here like let's say like first name. Okay, we cannot, I mean there is no attribute called first name actually. So we need to store, okay, let's say like your first name is Anuya or your first name is Naveen means how I can able to store the value as Naveen actually. I need to store it in some attribute called given name, because we cannot find the attribute called first name actually. Okay, there is no first name in the LDAP, so there is an attribute called given name. Okay, so in American English, right, in US, what is the first name they will call actually? So they won't call it as a first name. What is the value they will call? Any idea in US English? No, it's a name or given name actually. It's a name or given name. Okay, so my first name will be there here as a given name. Then what about the last name? Last name is easy to find. Any idea what is the last name? No idea?
Family name?
No, another one will be there. Let's say like, I mean, in UK also it will get followed. No idea? It's a surname. Okay, it's a surname. That is the SN. SN is nothing but that is a surname. Okay. Okay, like this. Now, the next one is mail. Email is simple. That is a mail actually. Okay, email is simple. Okay. Okay, like this. Now, email is simple. Now, UID. UID is UID. That is a unique ID. User ID is UID. Okay, maybe like this will be there. Okay, yeah. In okay, in only one LDAP, that is Active Directory. That is one of the tool of the LDAP. Only in Active Directory, UID won't be there. Instead of UID, that is a SAM account name will be there. Okay, that is attribute. Now, full name. full name is nothing but that is a CN. Okay, like this. Okay, yeah. Okay, now that is a CN, that is a full name. Okay, now what are the other mandatory? Yeah, your mobile number. Okay, mobile number is same, mobile number only. Okay, like this. Okay, yeah. Now the next one is city. Your city means that is a location. Location is L. Okay, that is your city. Okay, like this. Now the next one is country. Okay, your country is C actually. Okay, that is the country. Now other details or like your postal code is there actually. Okay, postal code, and then address. Your address will be there. These are all like additional, like unnecessary attributes. The most important attribute is given name, first name, last name. So that is a given name, SN, mail, UID, full name. That is a common name actually. That is the common name. Okay. Then user password. That is your password actually. That is your password. Okay. Your password will get stored in this one. Okay. Like this. Okay. But keep in mind that LDAP never store the password in a plain text format actually. Okay. Keep in mind that LDAP never stores the password in a plain text format. So it will convert the plain text format of a password into a hashed format or encrypted one actually. Okay, like this. Okay, it will also follow the same kind of a SHA-256 method only. Okay, so LDAP, that is the one advantage in the LDAP. It never ever stores the password in the plain text format. Now you can tell me how the password will stored in database. Any idea?
Oh, we can hash it. For example, if we take the MongoDB, we can either mention it as a salt password or do it hashing.
No, but still there will be one table will contain the plain text format, right? In MongoDB.
I mean, like this is like additional mechanism we have to do.
Yeah,
By default,
additional
we
mechanism
save
you
it
need
as
to do.
plain text.
Yeah, even though if you are doing it, there is one kind of a table still will be there. Will have the plain text format, right?
I'm not sure about this, like the plain text.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, what I was trying to say, right? In database, you need to do the additional. There are like some tools are there to do it actually. Okay, to convert the plain text to the hashed format or encrypted format. But still, there will be one kind of a table hidden will be there that will contains the plain text format actually. Okay, so those are all who is having the access to the table can able to see the plain text format. Even I saw it a lot of times. I saw it actually because I did that. Like I mean, I did a lot of times that database things actually. Okay, so like every time I will do the hash actually. There are like a lot of third-party tools I will be using it to do it in the database. At the same time, what I was what I was seeing it in the LDAP, right? You don't need to do that. By default, automatically the password will store it in the like encrypted format actually. That is the hashed format. And then there is no, for a single user, there is no way we can able to get the plain text of a particular password in the LDAP. That makes the LDAP more secure than any other tool actually. Okay, any other product basically. Okay, so that's why organization are all like, it's like flowing. Okay, every organization, they are going with the LDAP nowadays actually because of this main security reasons actually. Okay, yeah. Again, other attributes are there. There are like lot of unnecessary attributes actually. Okay, even here postal address is unnecessary, postal code is unnecessary attribute. Okay, only the most important attribute is that is a first full name, that is a common name, UID, mail address, last name, that is a SN, first name, that is a given name, and then one more attribute will be there, that is known as the sorry, yeah, manager name will be there, that is also will be there again. And then user principal name, certain UPN value. UPN means like some organization will have this attribute, some organization it won't have it, but UPN also will act as that is your mail address will act as a UPN actually. Okay, yeah. Okay, so here as I already mentioned, distinguished name, right, that is a DN. Okay, description, these are all like unnecessary attributes actually. Description, company name. Okay, and then the CN is the full name actually, that is your common name. Building name, these are all you can ignore it actually. Okay, and then this like this facts and all friendly country name, these are all you can ignore it. Department, these are all not required. And then given name will be that is your first name, okay, and then yes, and you can follow this link actually. So for more information about the LDAP, we can see some examples. So here these are all examples, guys, as I already mentioned, right? So here they have mentioned dc equal to example comma dc equal to com actually, okay. Again they have mentioned some like they are having one more organization, they are having one more dc, so that means they might have different sub organization will be there, okay, like sister concerns like that will be there. I think that's why they are having another dc, okay. And then under that they are having OUs equal to groups, means they will have a groups under this particular OUs. People means the normal people will be there actually, okay. And then there are like different you could see computer science is there, human resources is there, under that UID is there, right, okay. And then yeah, so this is a straightforward example actually, guys, okay. DC equal to example comma DC equal to com, under that O is equal to people, under OU users are created, under groups the groups are created actually, okay. Again, so here another example actually, okay. So here these are all like this is a straightforward example for an LDAP directory information tree, guys, okay. Yeah. Okay, these are all attributes, just you can give a look at it actually. And then if someone asked any question related to like password algorithm in LDAP, means shalted SHA-256 method, okay. Standard hashing algorithm, that is salted, SS means salted standard hashing algorithm, okay. Salted standard hashing algorithm, okay, understood. Salted standard hashing algorithm, okay. And 256-bit, okay. So 256-bit is the like we can say it's a secured one for all the applications basically. Any doubts, guys? Everything is clear? Okay. So there are like lot of products, lot of tools are there for the LDAP, guys. Microsoft is having one tool called Microsoft AD. These are all like a licensed version, okay. Microsoft AD is a licensed version. Ping directory is there, okay. So nowadays there is a competition is going on Ping. We are seeing PingFederate, right? The same organization having a separate LDAP called Ping directory, okay. So that is the same organization having a competitive in the LDAP also basically. Okay, I'm also an expertise on Ping directory basically. Okay, I'm also having an experience in Microsoft Active Directory, but my primary expertise like PingFederate with the Ping directory. So it's basically like a Ping identity. It's like a series of product is there actually. PingFederate, Ping Access, Ping directory. So I'm a Ping suit actually. So basically, if you take a full stack, right? So I'm a Ping full stack developer basically. So PingFederate, Ping Access, and then the Ping directory. Okay, so you can see my primary expertise. Okay, even I also worked in Microsoft Active Directory. Okay, so basically I explored lot of different tools actually. Okay, and then there is another tool called Azure. Azure AD is the upgraded version of the Microsoft AD. Okay, so Microsoft AD is the older version we can say, or like on-premises one. Azure AD is the new one, that is a cloud one actually. Okay, the same Microsoft organization only. And then OpenDJ is there. That is also, this is a purely open tool, guys. Actually, okay, we are going to use the OpenDJ only since a lot of people are using the Mac OS, right? Okay, so we won't go with the Ping directory because Ping directory won't work in the Mac. Okay, so we will go with the OpenDJ actually. Okay, yeah. Then there are like Apache Directory Studios there. Sorry, Apache Directory Services. Okay, and then Oracle Directory Services is there. That is the Oracle organization. Okay, OVD is there, Oracle Virtual Directory. Okay, MyVD is there. Okay, that is a new one. The Oracle same thing. MyVD is the new one actually. This is the old one. This is a new one. Same Oracle organization only. Okay, so that we can go for any lot of tools actually, guys. If you single sign-on tool only, there are like less number of tools are there. But if you take a LDAP, right, there are many LDAPs are there actually. OpenDJ, there are like lot of open sources are there actually. Okay, so here Microsoft AD, And then the ping directory, these are the two licensed version. We need to purchase the license. But pingfederate, how we got right the pingfederate 30 days actually. Similarly, the ping directory also we can able to get it actually. But Microsoft EAD we cannot get it. I mean, previously they have provided that one, but unfortunately they are not giving it actually. Okay, but anyways, that's not required because we are concentrating more on pingfederate only, right? Okay, so we will use the OpenDJ because we are using the Mac OS, right? Okay, yeah. So these are all I'm just giving an example. So these are all the tools are available in the market for the LDAP. Okay, like Anuya said MongoDB, right? So that Mongo is one of the product, right? Similarly, there are like a lot of products are available for the databases also actually. Okay.